Bros and heroes. Gonna tell you about bros and heroes. Gonna tell you about
comic books, costumes,
facts, boots,
and other stuff.
In this week's issue, Robin 3000.
Welcome into Bros, Foes, and Heroes. I am Zach, joined as always by my co-host, Man Wonder, Mr. Mike.
Hello.
How are you doing today, Mike?
I am wonderful.
Oh, Man
about
Wonder
that?
is
Yeah.
doing wonderful.
Quick callback.
Nice.
Yeah. I was gonna whenever you said welcome in, I was gonna say, "Why, thank you," or something like that.
Oh,
but I
like-
thought that's gonna trip him up. I don't want to do that.
No,
That's
it's
rude.
fine.
It's rude.
We've I think seen on this show that at least I can bounce back and adapt somewhat to what's
absolutely
thrown
you
at me.
can. Yeah.
Maybe not in a good, successful way, but I can at least attempt to, and it can be entertaining.
I literally said skinheads to you a while ago, and you just rolled through it. So it was great.
Sometimes it's just easier. I find it more fun for me.
Sure.
If I make you feel, okay, this is gonna sound weird. I don't want to make
can't
you.
wait.
I know. I don't want to make you feel awkward. Like that's not my goal, obviously.
You're gonna have to try really hard.
No. I know, and that's not my point. But like, if you're saying something to like try to embarrass me, and I know like that wasn't.
No.
I know like that wasn't. I'm just giving this as an example.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to take it a step further to make you feel uncomfortable.
I get it. Yeah, that's a great attitude to have.
And that is just hilarious
Yeah.
to me because it's like somebody thinks they're there and you just,
My people try to do that to me all the time. Like, I'm going to make it awkward or I'm going to do this. No, I can out awkward you. I
That's
promise.
true.
Yeah, I got
I
you.
have a lot of practice at being extremely awkward.
Yeah, I can outdo you. We're good. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to embarrass me. It takes a lot to awkward me or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. No.
I don't care.
I also tend to have a sense of humor of where I will start like a broad joke
Oh yeah.
that the whole room can get, and I will keep tapering down and tapering down
Yep.
and just, doubling down on it until I get to a point where it's me and like one or two other people.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
why.
I
That's
know
just,
that. Yeah, I get that.
So there you go. That is
That's a little slice inside our brains.
There you go.
Or something.
I guess.
Yeah.
Are you like that?
What?
No, I was asking our listeners.
Oh.
But sorry. Before, so let me
It
try
got
it
very
again
awkward.
without Mike
I know.
interrupting. Are you like that? Pause. Give them time to answer. Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Thanks for your answer. Now, what we're gonna get into
Write us at Bros, Foes, Heroes.
at gmail.com.
Is that right?
Bros, foes, and heroes at
Bros, Foes, and
gmail.com.
Heroes at gmail.com.
We have.
Or Bros, Foes, and Heroes at roguemedianetwork.com.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's also like if you go to our page, there's a really cool little like player like at the bottom of the. You can
Yep.
just scroll through the
Or
whole.
just find your favorite bro, your favorite hero. I started to say ho.
Well, it's one of us too in that.
Tell 'em all
instance.
about it.
It's just either Mike or I. Should we make like just pins
Let's
that
say
you can
bro,
put,
ho.
and it's just like animated of our faces, and you can vote if you're like
If
team
you're a bro
Zach
or a ho?
team Mike.
Bro or a ho.
I don't know who's team bro and who's team.
I don't
ho
know
between us,
why.
but
It seems when you brought me the name, I didn't think it right off the bat, ho, but I've had several people say it like that, bros, hoes, and heroes or whatever.
Is it
And I'm
just,
like,
I guess because the H that they.
I guess, I don't know. Are there
I just
idiots?
thought-
Maybe
well,
that's it.
I thought it rhymes, and it's really cool, and it's bros, which
Yeah. Bros, hoes.
Mike and I are super cool. It's foes because we talk about villains.
Yep.
And it's heroes. So we talk. I mean, I
Yep.
just thought it encompassed everything.
It does.
And I can't speak for what Mike has done in his life, but I don't know. Maybe it's fitting. Maybe it's not.
There's a lot of
Don't
IT.
judge us
I'm an
either
IT
way.
ho.
Oh,
It ho. I'm an it ho.
you ever watch? I know this is off topic.
Yeah.
I think
No,
we have talked
come on,
about
this
it.
show.
Yeah, I know.
Please.
You ever watch? We've talked about the IT Crowd.
Yeah.
Oh, great show.
Yeah, it's a good show. One of my favorites of all time. The guy gets up from the meeting and just falls out the
Out the
window.
window?
Yeah,
Mr. Renneman.
something like that. Yeah.
Renham. Yeah.
But anything with Matt Berry in it.
Oh,
I'm
he's
good.
so good.
Yep. You watching What We Do in the Shadows?
We talked about that
Okay.
a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
I'm not caught up. I know I need to. I love that show, though.
Stuff.
It is hilarious.
Good stuff. And it is Matt Berry centric at this point. And
oh, is it? Well, but see, it feels like
kind of.
It is, but it still focuses on at least to where I'm at.
It does.
Where it focuses on everybody well enough to where like it doesn't feel like we've focused too much on one character.
I
like
just
spread.
love Matt Berry and his pronunciations. That is my favorite. This is if he said the pronunciations or what, he that doesn't even do it justice. But he's just so good at the weirdest
little things
times of bringing that out where he pronounces a word weird or something.
I
just love it.
The small thing too that he has to yell bat every time he turns into a bat. None of the other vampires have to, but he does.
Yeah.
He's been good in everything that I've watched him in.
Colin Robinson is fantastic in this.
On the new one,
in this season,
new also, baby Colin Robinson.
Sure. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Terrible CGI, but it's great.
It doesn't matter. All right, so what we have here today is something that we've touched on a bit, in a sense, before. I know you remember the great episodes we talked on, the Elseworld tales of Commandy at World's End.
Right.
And then
that
we
was
also
the same
had
time when Superman's real big.
Yeah, and then we had Superman at Earth's End like the next year, right?
Yeah.
Everything was about superheroes in the future with these Elseworld tales. So it was only a matter of time before other DC characters had Elseworld tales there in the early 90s.
Okay.
And specifically, we could see a theme in the early 90s that a lot of it was space-based.
Space-based.
You remember everything in those comics happened in like the year 2099.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Or 2999. There we go. I said it right.
29.99.
None of them are referenced in this.
Low prices.
But I do like to think that somehow it's all connected.
Sure.
Because what we have today is Robin 3000. So
I never read any of these. I do remember when they came out. What year is this?
93? 90. Hold on. Let me double check that.
All right.
Yeah, January to February. It's a two books.
It's just 2 books.
It's just 2 books for this story.
Okay.
And it's thicker, as you can tell. Here's the beauty of this. So I went to,
like the kids say.
Yep. 2 C's for sure. At least compared to your regular comics. But I went to one of our local comic book establishments.
Oh.
And was just digging through the dollar box, which is where I just like to look. And I came across, and I was like, oh, this is okay, book 2. Like, I wonder how many are in the series.
Sure.
So I'm like, I wish they had book 1, and there was one more behind it. And I go, it's probably 3. And I go, no, all right, it's 1. I'll get 1 and 2 just to see. Turns out that's all there is.
That's it.
So
yeah.
I was able to $2 here.
You said 93? Is that what you said?
93.
Okay.
January and February of 93. When these things came out, they were $4.95 US.
Yeah.
So even with inflation, I still got to deal with both of these for $1.
I do remember when these came out. Was this about the same time as when they killed Superman off?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I thought.
I mean, it's around that early 90s.
The reason I'm asking is because of this reflective cover thing.
Well, there was a lot. Yes,
Yeah.
DC and Marvel both had a lot of run in the 90s.
Oh, guess what? We're going to put a reflective cover on.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. It's like people were speculating on like, oh, that'll be a big thing. And everybody got into the comic book market, especially in the 90s, like, oh, that'll be something. And then realized, wait, I have to wait like 10, 20, 30 years for this to be something. Oh, never mind. And then it all kind of crashed.
Maybe this was a thing. I don't know if it is or not or was, but did they ever have one of the covers where you touch it and it would show your handprint like the clothing?
I don't know about that. I have.
Seems like a thing they would have done though, right?
I have still in its poly bag from the early 90s, maybe late 80s. I think it's early 90s. Robin comics that I had from when I was a kid. And the cover is one of those where you can like move it.
Oh yeah,
and it like moves
It's got the insert thing. Yeah, sure.
So I mean, they did gimmicky stuff like that.
They did gimmicky stuff all the time. Yeah, I don't like this Robin already because he's got blonde hair.
Well,
it's got to be bleached, right?
No, that is his.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was double checking. It was December 92 until October 93 was the storyline for it. So October 93 is the death of Superman.
Okay.
So yeah, around the same time. Here is something that is very interesting about this book that I feel like I should state before we get into it.
Yeah. It's bad.
So, well, it is. I mean, it's not even like bad for any reason. It's just like,
Yeah.
But, you know, there's some interesting things for us to talk about.
There's a lot of it.
It is created by Byron Preiss and P. Craig Russell.
P. Craig Russell.
It's, again, one of the Elseworld tales. So it's Robin in the year 3000.
P. Craig Russell sounds like a copy restaurant of like a TGI Fridays.
Maybe.
Like I'll meet you over at P. Craig Russell's for margaritas.
Or it sounds like really fancy ice cream.
Yeah, it could be.
Like, oh, have you tried P. Craig Russell's new...
Hey, by the way, what the hell is going on in the ice cream market?
What do you mean?
If I go to Walmart
Yeah.
and I go to the end cap at the Walmart where I live, there are several new flavors of ice cream.
Okay.
Macaroni and cheese.
Wait, what?
Pizza. I don't want savory ice cream. Whoever has started this insanity, stop it now.
Yeah.
It's gross. I don't want that. I don't want lavender flavored ice cream. I don't want any of that
I
crap.
can get behind. I've had
Lavender, I feel like I'm eating soap. I don't want it.
I like it.
Ugh, gross.
I'm too hippie
Coffee.
for Mike, but that's
Coffee is as far as I'll go.
for savory.
You get past coffee, I'm done.
Oh, coffee ice cream.
I do like a good coffee ice cream, though.
Really?
Yeah.
I just don't like
It's
coffee.
something in my older years that I have started to enjoy.
I gotcha.
That and adult diapers.
Oh, that's really cool. Is that who today's...
No, I eat the ice cream out of the adult diapers. It's great.
Today's episode is brought to you by P. Craig Russell's ice cream.
P. Craig Russell's pull-ups.
We don't need to. I mean, I don't know P. Craig Russell. He could be a very nice man.
I'm sure he is a very nice person.
So this is not the P. Craig Russell who had anything to do
And
with
he
this
makes
book.
this
is a completely different fictional P. Craig Russell.
He makes a hell of a twice-cooked potato skin. It's really good
I
stuff.
thought he was making Pampers.
Well,
pull-ups.
it's several. It's a conglomerate.
It's the same company. He makes ice cream. He has the TGI Fridays knockoff and the adult pull-ups.
Sure. Well, it's a conglomerate. It's P. Craig Russell is more of a conglomerate corporation that has their fingers in a lot of pies.
Do you think?
And speaking of that, have you tried P. Craig Russell's pies? They're fantastic. I wish I could have gotten that out of my mouth. It would have been so much better.
Do you think the kids ever, like, after to try to be cool, like, hey, we're going to PC Russ's if you want to hop?
Yeah.
Oh, man. See, I love when we go on tangents where it's just the two of us who are just having fun and everybody else
PC
listening is
Russ's.
probably like, what the
PC
hell?
Russ's.
So, something I
that.
found interesting about this, though,
15 pieces of flair.
Hitler made, no. I love that movie.
That's a good stuff.
All right. This story for Robin 3000
Yeah.
was actually originally created by Byron Preiss and P. Craig Russell in 1985 and 86. And
Okay.
you're like, okay, wow, that's a long time.
That is a long
for it.
time, yeah, to wait for it.
It was originally made as a graphic novel titled Tom Swift 3000.
Okay.
Do you know of Tom Swift?
No
at least?
idea.
All right, so Tom
It
Swift
just conjures like Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry
this
Finn.
is mine, and there's probably somebody out there who is
Batman.
a Tom Swift expert. But from my understanding, I think it started with books. The first volumes were from like 1910 to 1941.
Okay.
He was a book character, Tom Swift. He was a young man.
So it's like a Tom Sawyer kind of thing.
Yeah, who was able to he was very smart. He was able to create inventions, and he would go on like these big adventures.
Okay.
And that's what Tom Swift was.
Sure.
So it was written as a graphic novel for like a comic book version of a Tom Swift.
Yeah, I got you.
It featured a futuristic version.
Did you just say that Tom Swift was written as a comic book version of a Tom Swift?
Maybe.
Okay. I'm following you. I get it. Yeah, it's great. You're saying that Byron and P. Craig
wrote a Tom
Swift version that was a graphic novel version of the book character.
Books. Yes,
Gotcha.
thank you.
Okay.
So,
Sorry.
no, you're fine. So it featured a futuristic version. I'm just reading this verbatim now on this part. It featured a futuristic version of the Stratemeyer Syndicate
Stratemeyer Syndicate.
character, Tom Swift.
Tom Swift.
and was intended for Simon and Schuster's new graphic novel line. However, when Simon and
Schuster's
when
graphic
Simon and
novel line.
Schuster changed their minds on entering the graphic novel market, the story languished for years before they brought it to DC with plans to make it a Robin story.
Okay.
Here's the beauty of this, right? So they have this whole graphic novel written.
Yeah.
Hey, what we can make this a Robin story instead. It's
Change
Tom Swift
Tom into Robin.
and it says which was accomplished with rewriting and the addition of 18 new pages.
Well, no shit. Yeah.
So there you go.
You got to rewrite something if you're going to change the name of the character
So this was a Tom Swift
and the
book.
setting and add Batman.
Doesn't well,
Sure.
just wait.
Okay.
This is it was interesting. I will say, as Mike pointed out before, it's one of those, it's like a harder kind of cardboard, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, it's
cover.
really thick. It's really thick.
Yeah,
cardboard,
and it's like regular, like not,
those are thick pages. Those are
is.
graphic novel type pages.
yeah. It's kind of like a semi-glossy, but not like the
a heavier
thin.
bond.
There you go.
Sure.
So it has a forward. I didn't read it.
The ink is edible.
Oh, I didn't try
You
that.
can lick it right off the pages.
But it's very much, the art in this is just kind of, well,
it's good.
we'll
It's
see.
decent. Yeah.
So already we're set up in a futuristic Gotham.
Skyscrapers, Batman signal on the side
Right.
of a big glass mountain or
So
whatever.
to make it easy,
Explosions.
before we get into the story,
Is that a flying saucer?
that's it. So by
okay.
$29.99,
Yeah.
Earth is overtaken by a group of aliens called the Sculp.
The sculpt.
The Sculp.
Mm.
So essentially, and their
I bet
biggest
Pete Craig
target,
came up with that.
he might have, or it could have been Byron. We don't know.
Try our new sculpt dessert. Only at P. Craig's.
Hey guys, let's go to PC Russ's. I don't know why that's so stupid. But so Batman is very much, he's just an enemy of the aliens there.
Sure. Batman
Causing them-
hates aliens. I know
Causing them
that.
problems and stuff. By the way, futuristic Batman, he's only around for like a couple pages, but he has like the Deadshot eye patch thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Look
what
at Batman.
futuristic Batman.
Why is Batman like 12 years old in this thing? Because this is the year 3000.
this-
Why is he so young?
in the year 3000.
Conan.
Yep. But essentially, Batman realizes, like, all right, can't outrun them anymore. Like, they're just going to keep coming after
That's
me.
the thing about aliens.
They found out that Batman is Bruce Wayne.
Oh, okay.
Now that they know that Batman's Bruce Wayne,
Sculpt going to do what a sculpt going to do.
they're going to stop at nothing to get him.
That's
But
it,
he's
right.
like, they don't know that you, my nephew, Tom Wayne,
Good God. Wow.
they only changed his last
Change his
name.
last name, yeah. Hey, Tom.
It's funnier to me knowing that
Yeah.
it was supposed to be a
Yeah.
Tom Swift book.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Tom Wayne. I guess maybe named after his dad.
Grody.
Yeah. Anyway, Batman basically just kind of tells him, hey, I just know I have to die. Like, it's your turn to be able to keep the people safe. Like, they're
Yeah.
not going to stop till they get
I
me.
have to die?
He's like, I have to, like, they're going to stop at nothing. I have to sacrifice
Okay,
myself for the
one-eyed Batman.
cause.
Sure.
Right? So what he does is he basically drops his nephew off in the middle of they're through this whole airfield.
then
They're
jumps off a
talking
cliff.
back and forth. Again, we're not spending a lot of time on the dialogue.
How does
I can
Batman
sum it up
die?
pretty well. Oh, I'll get to
Okay.
it. So he basically beams his nephew Tom down because he's like, you're not going to die with me.
Robin Swift is going right up in that.
They
tractor
don't
beam.
know that you're Robin.
Yeah.
He had an android Robin
Good
on the
God.
plane with
no,
him.
Come on, shut
Yeah,
up.
I'm sorry. Yeah, he had an
Android Robin.
I skipped that. Sorry. So he had Android Robin there with him
Oh, man.
that looks just like him.
Come on.
That's going to
if
be
he
on the
didn't, I
ship.
mean.
So if they get captured, they're going to think that they have Batman and Robin, and Tom can.
So he's doing the whole dummy in the passenger seat so I can be in the
HOV.
HOV lane. Yeah.
Yeah, except also, like, if they kill me, they'll think the dummy's you too.
Got it. Okay.
Or if they capture us, like, they won't be able to tell that this,
Sure.
android isn't really
These
Robin.
aliens that came from another galaxy won't be able to tell that this is a robot I got
Yeah.
over here in this seat. Sure.
The story's
Good going, Batman.
a little confusing, and I'll try to break it down the best I could. Also,
already
I should
confused.
say that, I read through this week, but also I've slept in a day since then, so some of it's kind of fuzzy.
Yeah, you didn't take all this to heart. And
No,
just
I
reread
didn't. Also, day drinking while watching college football isn't the best thing
that'll
too.
do it. Yep,
But I feel like that fits with the MO of our
it
show
does,
somehow
absolutely.
too.
Yeah,
But it's not. This isn't stuff that you're going to write in about. Hey, you know what? My
It's not
favorite
like this
comic
is
book of all time was.
It's not like this is an old Tom Swift book.
No,
I mean-
no, that I would have expected
come
something.
on. Yeah,
You know where you can get a good Tom Swift book?
huh? P.
Craig.
Craig,
Pete Craig Russell's.
BC Russ's.
We're gonna kill this into the ground
One.
before the
You
show's
get
over.
a good Tom Swift book with every 12-ounce sirloin. God dang! What is wrong with my tongue?
What?
I think it's all this space
Did you
Coke
say
I'm
a
drinking.
12-ounce?
12-ounce sirloin.
Okay, for some reason I heard 52 ounce. I'm like, that's a
52-ounce
that's a
sirloin. Finish
big
it
old
all.
sirloin.
You finish it all in one sitting. You get a free Robin 3000 comic
and your Tom Swift book's half off.
to throw up on.
All right, so
Stupid.
Batman drops Tom, his nephew. That I should say it too. Robin is Tom Wayne. He is Bruce Wayne's
Right.
nephew.
Got it.
I
Sure.
should also explain
Perfect.
something that is brought up later that I found very weird.
Batman's a tool.
Well, no, he can be at times, but this is, he will reference his uncle, Bruce Wayne the 20th.
Oh man, come on. That's why he's 12 years old.
So Bruce Wayne
Gross.
was so just
I'd
full
rather
of himself for 19
19 generations.
generations.
I would rather you put him in like a time capsule or something than tell me he's Bruce Wayne the 20th.
He's Bruce Wayne the 20th.
That is so disgusting.
Either way, what happens is he sees, either way is always just to move on when I can't explain the
Yeah, I
things that
get
are
it.
going
No,
on.
I get it.
So he sees what the bat ship, Batwing,
ship.
whatever explode. He's kind of, anger. He's angry. One of the Sculpt bots catches him, tells him to halt.
You know what's really great is that new bat chip dessert over at
P. Craig Russell's
PC Russ's.
PC Russ's. Get your bat chip dessert
Bat chip dessert with a big old scoop of Robin ice cream right on top.
for a limited time.
A sculp of Robin ice
Sculpt
cream
of
right on top. Yeah.
that's good.
It's good stuff.
Yep. So he throws a rock at this bot. It basically fires on him and can tell that he's a Wayne. They know obviously Waynes are at least related to Batman.
Sure.
Don't know that he
Sure.
is Robin, but
Yeah.
so they arrest him
Because
and
no
they
one
take
else in
him
the world could be named Wayne.
And he spends a year in a Sculpt prison that looks like I don't know.
Looks like a regular prison.
It looks like a house, but it's a prison.
Okay.
His buddy basically.
Hey, your house can be a prison.
That is true.
That's right.
Get out and get some fresh air every now and then.
Yep. If you know anyone who feels like their house is a prison, please call.
Are you going to edit
I don't
the
have
number?
a number.
in?
I don't have a number.
Google.
Call me. I don't know.
Don't call Mike. He doesn't have a number.
7.
But so essentially, with the help of his
Why
friend.
is he taking his skin off?
Well, no, this is another android. There's a lot of androids in
Oh,
this.
okay. All right.
His friend,
That
Tom's
feels very
friend,
lazy, right?
Kind of does.
When you can't do anything else, everybody's an android.
Android. Tom's friend, and it's spelled A-K-I. So I think Aki is his friend's name.
Mm-hmm. Aki.
So Tom's
You have to say
friend,
it that way every time.
Tom's friend Aki lets
Aki.
this basically Sculpt android. They have rewired it,
Yeah.
and he set it to blow up, and he escapes from prison.
Takes his skin off.
Yep. And Aki picks him up, and they go ahead and they leave the prison to get away.
Yep.
They
In a different ship.
They see on the news that Thomas Wayne, or Tom Wayne,
Okay.
is actually now on tour with different Sculpt representatives talking about the relationship between humankind and the Sculpt. Like, hey, it's great. Like, there's no need for us to rebel, even though the Waynes have been like one of the biggest fighters against this alien invasion.
So this is like V.
So, in a sense, yeah.
Yeah. You remember that show, right?
I do. The original one
Eating
or
the
the
guinea pigs and stuff? No, the original one. Yeah.
with I just found out recently that what's his name? Robert Englund was in it. Freddy Krueger.
In the new one?
No, in the original.
The old one? Oh, yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was pre Freddy Krueger.
Oh man, I remember when I was a
Without the
kid. I
makeup.
was sitting on the I can tell you exactly where it happened. I was sitting on the kitchen table because we had like a little 8-inch black color TV right over the kitchen table where we ate, the kitchen bar. And I would sit on that and watch my shows while the parents were in the other room watching their shows. And I was watching V. And I remember, boy, they pulled out that guinea pig and put it right down their gullet.
And it stuck with you?
It stuck with me, man.
I'm sorry, bud.
Yeah, every time I see a guinea pig, I think somebody's going to eat it now.
Oh, wow.
It's rough.
Well, I was going to introduce you to my pet.
If you know anyone who eats guinea pigs, call.
Are you going to edit that number in here?
No.
Don't call Mike. He doesn't have that number. Oh, man.
This is just nothing but callbacks.
It's
This
not.
is just,
That's all.
we got 2 jokes, and we're just going to
We're
call
just
them
gonna
back every
keep-
time. Yeah.
Yep. The good news is, though, is you can say them along with us because
That's
you'll get them
right.
down by the end.
That's right.
But yeah, so Tom Wayne's basically
Okay.
on tour with these aliens, like, hey,
So
like,
he's faking it.
well, it turns out like the Sculpt are using androids themselves.
Sure.
So it's not the real Thomas Wayne. They've made these Tom Wayne
Tom Wayne and a half.
androids
Okay.
to go out and basically be like, hey, yeah, no, everything's cool.
Beep bop boop. Everything's great.
Well, when they're trying to land on the planet they're running away to, they crash their ship.
Do you know the name of the planet?
Yeah,
God, I hope it hasn't-
Bolivar.
Oh damn! I was hoping it'd have a number in it.
Nope.
GX9.
Nah,
or
Bolivar.
something.
But they wreck the ship.
Bolivar.
Bolivar. Boulevard, maybe if you're.
Bouillabaisse.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know.
You know where
depends
you can
on-
get some great bouillabaisse?
P. Craig Russ's?
PC Russ's.
PC Russ's.
Yeah. Steaming hot bowl of bouillabaisse.
So when they crash, it messes up Tom's hand, like really bad.
Okay. Yeah. I see it.
It just
It's
has
all
blood
bloody
there.
Yeah.
Well, they
the bloody
are
hand.
met by a scientist who's out there like doing research for the
Sure.
Sculpt.
Yeah.
And they pretend to be like also working for the Sculpt to get
Okay.
him to help Tom.
Yeah.
So he basically fixes Tom's hand and gives him he amputates it and gives him a full mechanical hand. Right?
All right.
By the way, are you expecting to hear things related to Batman and Robin lore? Because you're not going to.
Because it's not a Batman and Robin story.
Because it's a Tom Swift
Yeah,
story
yeah.
presented as Robin 3000.
Sure.
I would also like you to know that have you seen him in that costume yet throughout this?
Nope.
Just the android at the beginning.
Okay.
Basically, while he's in surgery, we find out like it tells the whole backstory of how Bruce Wayne the 19th.
Great.
Whatever. Well, if the 20th was his uncle, his great uncle, then whatever.
Oh yeah, you're right. Uncle.
Was like always he
So
started.
does that mean it stopped at the 20th?
Yeah.
I guess so, huh?
So the Batman's gone,
Huh.
I guess.
But we don't know how.
No, I mean his ship blew up.
Oh.
They tell you later, like they killed him. Like you know that they killed
Okay.
him.
Got it. But it's always in it like this. Oh yeah, he's probably dead. And just in case they want to bring him.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah, I got it.
Even in
Okay.
the year 3001. So he tells the story about how Bruce Wayne the 19th basically created this cloning procedure to be able to replicate food, and it was helping with
Sure.
to help with starving people across the world.
Right.
Then they tried to
Jetson pills.
then the scientists got a hold of it and they used his technology to try to adapt humans to be able to live on other planets and stuff like that. But it was his technique that they used and it caused people to get sick.
Oh no.
And because people got sick, they were, falling victim and dying from this thing that, the Waynes had caused. So the Sculpts show up with a cure. All they have to do, and they just give them a cure basically, and they save the whole human race.
Right.
And in turn, like a lot of people just kind of don't ask questions like, oh, thank you for saving us.
yeah.
And they just kind of go
Okay.
about their day.
All right.
And there's but then there's like a rebellion who realizes like, hey, they're still just trying to, like they want to overtake our world. Like we're nothing to them kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the Waynes were then, kind of blamed for everything.
Well,
And-
they kind of were.
Yeah. So Bruce Wayne the 20th, or maybe the 19th, decided to go back and be a bat. Hence, Batman came back. Whatever. And so that's why Batman was back. Now they're dead.
The very next day.
So he wakes up, finds out that he's not really, the doctor finds out they don't really work for the Sculpt. And he finds out he can shoot lasers from his finger. Tom does, I guess.
You know how
Pronouns,
bad. You know
pal.
how bad this story is.
Yeah.
Your energy is just gone like through the floor as you're reading through this thing. You were super excited at the first, And now it's just like, yeah, and he shoots some lasers out of his fingers. And
Well,
then
there's
Batman's probably
beats.
this,
Like
and-
there's beats that I can get excited about just
Gotcha.
because of like WTF, and you'll see.
Sure. Okay.
But I have
All
to
right.
at least just explain
Okay.
while we go through to make
I started to
it.
feel bad for you because you were like, I got to get through the rest of this, and I'm still in issue 1.
Yeah, well, some of this is just a lot.
Sure.
A lot of just dialogue for nothing.
Yeah. Well, it's a book.
Yeah, so they kidnap the doctor. He basically lies to the drones and says that, oh yeah, no, these are my assistants, to get them into this main Sculpt City, wherever they're trying to head to.
Main Sculpt City.
Tom and Aki are headed to some other planet, and they use the doctor to get in there. And after they pass through, he's like, hey, where do you want us to leave you? And he's like, but this is my ship. And they're like, yeah, but you can't come with us. And he's like, oh, just leave me over there. Like the doc, it's so sad for the doctor. Doesn't call them in or report them though.
Okay.
He's still with the
All
cause.
right, just leave me over there by the curb.
yeah.
I'll be fine.
Essentially, they go and they find Aki's friend, who is this little kid. He looks like he's super tiny.
Oh yeah, he is tiny.
Whose name is
Tiny
Moon.
Tim. Moon
No,
Tiny
it's
Tim.
Moon something. Something Moon Bailey.
Moon baby.
So,
Moon. What'd you say? Bailey?
Moon Bailey.
Okay. I thought you said moon baby.
No, Moon Bailey.
That's weird.
Um,
You remember the big moon-headed guy that used to sing about McDonald's?
vaguely, yeah, a little bit. He was kind of creepy looking.
Okay.
Do you know you can buy a birthday cake from McDonald's? It's like
Can
a
you?
sheet cake with like
Really?
Ronald McDonald juggling
I did
on it.
not
It's like
know that.
$9.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna buy you one of those cakes.
Huh.
Bring
You gotta
a
wait till
McDonald's
next year.
cake. Oh no, it's not for your birthday.
Oh, just
It's-
because.
Any day can be special with a McDonald's themed cake.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I got a cake.
So we find out in something that never comes up again that there's a safe here in this facility that Moon Bailey works at that has
Moon
a
Baby.
picture of Bruce Wayne the 19th in it for some reason. Don't know. It's never brought up
Okay.
again. Oh,
This
y'all
is
look
like an
alike.
entire different galaxy
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Sure.
There's this lizard, like amphibian monster
Yeah.
that breaks through that kills robots, and it's attacking Tom, and Tom's fighting it, and he's about to kill it when Moon Bailey comes up and basically calms the thing down, and we find out that it was a clone of some sort.
Okay.
That
A
he was
clone
just
gone
trying-
wrong. kind
I
of thing,
guess,
maybe.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they get ready to leave to head to wherever they're going, and that's where they
Who is
see
that happy
another. They see another fake Tom Wayne
Oh.
there with the sculpt talking about, "Hey, everything's great here."
Oh yeah.
Now we get introduced to our main bad guy,
Okay.
which is Dragon. It's close to Dragon. It's not
Dragon.
Yeah, she calls him. Okay, there's a girl called Jinra, who's this blonde here. That's Jinra.
Genra. Who wears no pants.
Yeah, she just wears like wrestling bottoms.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna say his name. There we go. Dragon. Dragon is our big bad.
Hail Dragon.
He's the head of the sculpt. He
Okay.
doesn't really have any
He's purple.
features. Yeah. You
Yeah,
can see he
purple
doesn't really
boy.
have much features.
Yep.
He talks about.
Does
you
it ever
know-
explain why she doesn't wear pants?
No.
Okay.
We find out that, you know what, I'm not even going to follow this chronologically. I'm just going to tell it in a more interesting way.
Sure.
So we find out that the reason that this blonde-haired girl, Jinra, is working with Dragon, our evil guy, is because Dragon has her parents locked away in some Sculpt prison. And he keeps telling her, like, hey, keep doing these jobs for me, and eventually I'll let him go. Obviously, he never does.
Maybe he has her pants.
So maybe that's going to be a big turning point later, because obviously you can see book 2, she's with Robin.
She still has no pants.
Spoiler alert, she's going to help him.
Oh.
But Dragon's whole thing is he wants to obviously...
I don't like that robot.
Nope. He wants to take over. There's a lot I don't like about this book. He wants to take over all of Earth. At the show there with the android, where it's speaking about the Tom Wayne android,
Right.
a group of rebels yell out death to the Sculpt and start firing on them. You know,
Do they have pants?
Yes, these all have pants, and they take the Thomas Wayne android hostage,
Okay.
thinking it's the real Tom Wayne.
Sure. It is weird to me that the only girl in this story so far doesn't have any pants.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's another girl with the rebels, but you never see her legs.
She probably doesn't have pants either.
I think she did. Everybody else is
Comic
wearing
book
pants.
world,
No pants.
girls don't have pants.
Yeah. Thankfully, in the real world, they do. Either way, they're
I
taking
am
him.
thankful for that.
Either way, they're taking him down into the sewers to kind of get him away. And what happens is he gets electrocuted, and they're able to.
These are the space sewers.
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess, or whatever.
Sure.
They're
Got
able to use that. It stuns them, and they're able to catch like all the rebels kind of thing. And they're like, hey, did you think that you could kidnap Wayne? He's like, you idiots. And they're like, oh, we don't care. You know, you're not trying to help us. You're trying to destroy us. Well, we then find out, I guess it's the big twist at the end is that,
Oh, the bad guy. He's one of those guys that has like a robot chin.
yeah,
Yeah.
robot chin.
Well, you know how it goes like from their neck to up to their
It's
chin.
like a RoboCop kind of.
It is kind of a RoboCop-esque thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like the Darth Vader thing without the cowl, the helmet on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He has made a time displacer, not a time travel machine, a
Time
time
displacer.
displacer. And he basically sends all of the rebels
Isn't that
who
the same
fired
thing?
on the. Yeah, it is. I guess it sounds
Or do you just
cooler.
take chunks of time and move them around?
Yeah. I don't. He displaces things. I
Oh,
think it's the
okay.
same as time travel. Anyway, he sends them back in time. We don't know where. He just says like, why don't? He's like, you know, your history, and like he sends them back in time somewhere so they don't have to bother. Then we get sent to a Sculpt warehouse in Gotham City where, oh, hey, remember when Batman shot
A
that?
Sculpt warehouse in Gotham City.
Yeah, remember when Batman had that android on
Yeah.
his plane that
Yeah.
went down?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's in a Sculpt warehouse in a lock, and it woke up and it opened and it escaped and blew up the Sculpt facility it was in.
Okay.
And now it's on a mission to find the real Tom Wayne.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Then essentially Tom takes a
Whatever you
car, leaves Aki, and it sets up for our next issue.
Neat.
Issue 2.
Freaking Batman's on the cover of this thing.
Yeah, and he's honestly in like 5 panels.
Yeah.
And Tom has yet to wear the costume. He does not wear it the entire story.
For real?
For real.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it's just the android that's on the cover of that thing.
Yet, well, no. That's what Tom is wearing at the very first.
Yeah.
But then after
Which
he lets
is a
him
very
go.
smart jacket.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
After he lets him go, he takes the mask off and stuff, and we never see him again for the rest of the thing.
Neat.
Until the very end.
Very cool.
So,
Wait, you didn't tell me about this. About them being in a big ice cube.
that's the time displacer. That's it.
Oh.
Like sucking them up and
It
then.
looks like a big ice cube.
Yeah.
Okay.
We come to find out that essentially the Sculpt, Tom's dad was kidnapped and put in a prison by the Sculpt and kind of labeled a traitor. So Bruce took Tom in and taught him kind of how to defend himself and trained him to be his partner. And that's how he became Robin. Then we see that the android Robin is back at the Batcave, and he goes and he finds a little like storage cubes in the wall, and he says genetic code green, nucleic storage chip 2999A, genetic code red.
There's those
and
numbers.
Yep. And so there are these little like yellow chip things, and the android pops his fingernails back and puts the chips in them.
Grody.
Yep. And then closes them down. But he's able, it shoots a light beam out of his, I guess it's like, oh, that's where Tom is.
It's out of his eyes.
Yes.
You said out of his, and I'm
Oh.
assuming that people on the other end of this are like out of his what?
That's true. Eyes.
Yeah.
I showed you his eyes.
Because it could have been butt.
That's true. It does not come out of his butt. It came out of his eyes. Yeah, Jinra goes back and basically tells Dragon, like, hey, you're never going to let my parents go.
Ain't got
That's
no
their
pants.
argument the whole time.
Yep.
Aki and the real Tom,
Yeah.
meet with another group of the rebellion to be like, hey, I'm the real guy. No, we see you with the Sculpt. No, that's not me. They have androids. You got to trust me. You know, the doctor's with us. We have this giant plan to basically take them down.
Okay.
So they're kind of like, all right, we'll go ahead and do that. The android actually flies to a random planet and lands on, it seems like a deserted island, to where he runs into a woman named Selena Kyle. Like,
Okay.
right? She's not in there at
All
all.
right, sure.
It lasts, honestly, half a page. But it's just basically, hey, we'll throw Selena
But
Kyle
on this
in there
planet,
now.
she's Cat Lady.
No, basically the android just picks up like a device thing and he like plugs it into himself, I guess, to get more information or whatever. Don't see Selena Kyle again. That's just, hey, we'll just throw that in there.
Okay.
So basically, they take this ship, they being Tom, Aki, Moon Bailey, and the Doctor.
Do we ever
from
see a
before.
robot named Alfred?
No.
Oh, damn. They really missed something there, didn't they?
They did. The Doctor from earlier, they needed a ship, so they went and picked him back up to get a ship again. And he was cool with it.
Okay, sure.
So they're basically...
Hey, guys, glad you're back.
They're basically rigging up this ship that he had access to with guns and stuff to protect them, as well as extra shields, because they're headed towards the main Sculpt bad guy palace area. I don't know.
Bad guy palace area.
It's funny because they're having a giant like stadium event at this main planet where the Sculpt headquarters is.
Sure.
And they crash their rocket basically into where they're having it.
What kind of event?
I don't. It's where Tom Wayne is. The androids are speaking. So probably like, oh, hey everybody, come to the stadium to listen to Tom Wayne tell you about how good we are.
That sounds like a riveting event.
Yeah, well, apparently it's packed with people. They catch them with their pants down. It says, yeah, I caught them with their pants down. But they kidnap the android, and they put it back on the ship.
This is the android.
Real Tom Wayne has now kidnapped android Tom Wayne.
Okay.
And it just kind of stays on the ship.
I'm having a hard
with them.
time with keeping up with everything that's going on. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure it's not a club of one over here. Okay.
I did too.
All right.
Then they decide, all right. They get arrested as they're trying to take off. They end up getting stopped and arrested by Jinra, who takes them all in.
Okay.
And Tom's like, nah, this is all part of my plan. And Moon Bailey's like, well, what are we going to do for the plan? And Tom's like, haven't figured it out yet, but it's fine.
Okay.
Like, just trust me, dude.
We got a girl with no pants. We got Moon Baby, and we got Tom Holland.
And Aki.
What's his? And Aki.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tom Wayne.
Tom Wayne. Sorry.
Tom
not Tom
Wayne.
Holland.
That's when I hear Tom Swift, I think of Tom Slick from Super Chicken.
Yeah.
It was Super Chicken, Tom Slick, and there's a third one on there. What was it? Georgia. They were all on Georgia the Jungle.
Oh, it was on Georgia the Jungle. You're right.
Yep.
You're right. The one I was thinking of was the what was it called? Mighty Heroes. You ever seen Mighty Heroes?
Probably, but I don't.
Baby Man, Rope Man. Those guys?
No.
Okay.
Okay, maybe not. I thought I did.
You should
Sounded
look that
familiar.
up. Yeah, it's good.
Sounds like the superpowers that the Harlem Globetrotters had in that 70s cartoon I watched. That's a real throwback. I think we talked about that in like the early episodes.
Why did everybody at that time have to have like a dog or a monkey or a pet of some kind?
Well, we talked about the Wonder Twins, right?
Yeah.
Why did they need the monkey? Yeah.
Gleek. Such a bad name.
Well, it's funny. One of the comic channels that I watch on YouTube that's really good, that's Comic Tropes, he had an episode that he did that for some reason, even like following sales data, for some reason, at least back in the day, issues of like DC Comics that had gorillas on the cover sold better.
That's really great, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like,
that's cool info.
So there's a time in like there were a lot of gorillas on there because then you like gorillas sell. Don't know why, but gorillas sell. So
people love gorillas.
Yeah.
They're so
Essentially,
like us.
Oh yes, in so many ways. Dragon is so happy that Jenner has basically caught the real Tom Wayne, and so finally he's able to see them. But while they're there, Jenner decides, you know what? Forget it. I'm tired of you saying that I'm never going to get to see my parents. I know that you're not. And she kind of shoots at them.
And my legs are so cold.
Yeah, and she kind of shoots at them to help everybody get away and escape.
Okay.
Like, you see how much dialogue's here. I'm saving you that.
There's a lot of it.
Oh, it is. So they're essentially running away. They exchange fire between each other.
Here? I just don't understand the audience they're shooting for here.
I'm trying to remember. Did I already? Oh, yeah.
Because it's very detailed.
So they leave.
But the details are bad.
Oh, here, where is it? Yeah, it is. So they get the best. Where is this at? Hold on.
And again, Batman's on the back of this thing.
He is on the back of this thing. Okay, so
I could, real quick, I'm sorry, but I could deal with a Batman with a cyber eye. I mean, that'd be cool, right? If you just had a Batman running around the year 3000 with a cyber, he's part cyber or whatever,
That's really
that would be cool. Yeah.
But no,
Just blow him up.
not Robin. It's not even Robin. It's Tom Wayne. While the battle's going on, Tom goes and basically rewires and messes around with the time displacer. Okay. So when Dragon tries to use his time displacer to go back an hour to be able to redo them getting the upper hand and everything, instead it zits him.
Zit.
Zzz. And he says Wayne and General will die for this. All traitors will die.
What is the difference? What is the opposite of displacing? Is it
Replacing?
staying?
Putting somewhere? And then he says he vow it. So whatever it ruined his machine and he's like stuck in whatever, he's basically defeated. They leave.
He looks like he's stuck in amber or
and
something.
He leaves and they travel back and all of a sudden they get a beacon. Where is this? Oh. As the young crew contemplates its destiny, a monitor lights on a control panel is unheated. An android has arrived. It reconstitutes itself into matter after the long teleportation.
Okay.
A trip that would be impossible for a living organism.
Sure.
The android quickly begins tracking the movement of Tom Wayne. Hours pass before the youngest Wayne separates from his companions for the night. And he's walking and he turns and he goes, "No." And it's the android there. And then the android says, "Silence, Master Wayne. Are you?" And the android says, "I am android. I'm an android from Earth. I am following the plans of Bruce Wayne 20. And he goes, "Bruce is alive?" And the android just goes, "I have no idea. I have no data on that question. I've been programmed to activate on a specific date to find Tom Wayne." And he goes, "Why?" And he goes, "I'm here to give you, I'm to give you back your destiny."
So they are just now explaining why this thing came awake and blew up that.
"I'm here to give you back your destiny," which was his mask.
Yeah.
Right? And then
Okay.
he goes, "How do you know, or how do I know you're not a sculpt android?" And that's when he pops open his fingernails and he gives him those little orange things from earlier.
Yeah.
And he goes, and Tom says, "DNA chips? The only place on Earth you could find these is the Bat Cave." And Android says, "I'm instructed to give them to you." And I just got to read, it's towards the end. So Tom inspects the glistening cubes in the android's hand.
Cubes.
And their reflective surface, he sees himself and remembers. He knew that Bruce's last experiments were designed to refute the sculpt's claims against the Wayne family. The experiments involved cloning and recombatant DNA. If the experiments were successful, Bruce had joked they could make Batman in a bottle. Perhaps Bruce Wayne will live again. Perhaps Batman will live again. And it says, "They're yours." The android says, "I will self-destruct after I give you your attire." And Tom says, "Is there no message from Bruce?" And the android says, "I have no messages." And Tom goes, "Then I will accept the costume." So the android takes it off. And then he says, "It is time for Robin to return." As the android dissipates, and that's how it ends. That's right. We went a whole story called Robin 3000 where he didn't dress like Robin at all.
Yeah.
And there was nothing related to Batman or Robin at all.
You did get a question mark after the end.
Oh, well, here's the thing. Spoiler alert. It's never come back. So, yeah.
Hey, you know what's now available at PC Russ's?
PC Russ's?
Batman in a bottle. Goes great with a 12-ounce sirloin.
There you go.
Damn, I almost got it out. Well, that sucks. That was bad.
Yeah.
That's a bad story with a bad ending. And this girl never got her pants. It's terrible for her. Who's this guy? Who's the robot guy?
Just one of the robots I was chasing on.
Just one of the robots with a he looks like a bug with like a metal mohawk.
Oh yeah, he does.
Thing,
Yeah.
Know? I don't like that.
I don't really either.
Huh. Okay. Well, that was fun.
There you go. That's Robin 3000.
P. Craig Russ's.
So I had another one. I apologize because I've been a busy guy, so I didn't have as much time to read this week.
You see how P. Craig Russ's signs his name?
Yeah,
look at that.
Russell. And like an old English kind of.
That's the way I would figure it looks on the front of the restaurant.
Oh, for sure.
Like P. Craig in a wacky font.
And then Russell's like classic. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I had another in just the random, like, I bought a random grab bag of comics I told you about. And there were some random Robins from the 90s in there too. And there's an annual, which is usually like a standalone story.
Yeah.
And so it's a little bit thicker, but it's I guess for that year's annuals, they decided to do throwbacks to like pulp westerns for some of them.
Oh no.
And so it's like a Western Robin. And so I was going to do it when I did these, but I didn't have time to read it. So we'll get to save Western Robin for later.
Western Robin.
But I figured it was things that we could have titled it, things that Robin doesn't do.
Sure.
But here's the thing. This is just Tom Swift. They found the story. I don't know how, I guess DC was like, again, it's a very loosely able to tie into anything Batman or anything related, but it's there.
Batman, like on this first cover, it's kind of cool because it looks like Robin 3000 is this streetwise bleach-haired Robin.
It looks like it would be like a Batman Robin team up. Like maybe Batman gets kidnapped
Batman's
and so Robin
getting shot through the cape and stuff.
Yeah, maybe the big.
Oh, dear God.
Maybe the big bads either kidnap him or maybe Batman's injured and so Robin. It's up to Robin.
And it's a Joker bot coming after him
you could
or
have
something.
done so many things,
right?
but yeah, there's nothing Batman about that.
Penguin droid.
Oh, Penguin.
Gotham City in the year
Penguin
3000.
droid.
Earth is
Dead.
This is wrong. It says Gotham City in the year 3000. Earth is the grip. Oh, is the grip of an alien invasion? Isn't the word "in" supposed to be in there?
Yeah, it should be.
Earth is the grip of an alien invasion. The Sculpt attempt to destroy the rebellion against them by destroying its hero, but Batman has a secret weapon. His name is Robin.
Oh. Well, here is the second book was Earth 3000. The invaders have won. Batman is dead. Oh, no. But there are rumors of another hero who fought at Batman's side. The invaders think he is nothing more than a popular fantasy. They are wrong. He exists. The people know him as Robin. Coming this fall.
All right.
Presented to you by New Line Cinemas.
And P. Craig Russell.
Russell's. Robin 3000.
Try the Robin 3000 burger, now with extra cheese.
Remember when movies used to do tie-ins like that all the time?
Oh,
though?
yeah, man.
Man, I kind of miss that. In a
They
weird
kind of
way.
still do, don't they?
I don't really see anything.
Have you seen the speaking of those kind of tie-ins, one of the stupidest things I think I've ever seen as far as a tie-in goes is the new Jurassic World thing with the Barbasol cans. Have you seen that?
No.
So Barbasol, the stuff you use to shave with,
Barbasol.
the crap you put on your face and you scrape a razor across your face with.
Yeah.
They put it out.
They put it in.
They put it in. Well, when you have a couple of P-Craigs in your system, it's a Barbasol can, but it looks like it's all rusted. So it just looks like an old ass can.
Why?
And says Jurassic World or something on it. I don't know. It's dumb. I don't know.
All right.
I just thought, wow, what a weird tie-in.
Yeah, that is really weird. I don't even remember him talking about. Granted, I only saw the first one.
So does Barbasol feature a lot in the Jurassic?
Yeah. Actually, hold on. Remember, in the original, Newman stills the DNA in a Barbasol can.
Oh, that's true. You're right.
So,
you're right. I'm trying to find you this can.
Let's not forget, everybody, Samuel L. Jackson was in that movie too.
They have collector cans. Yeah, he was a geek in it.
Yeah.
He was a computer boy.
Yep. But he got to smoke cigarettes at work.
Here it is. He did get to smoke cigarettes at work. You're right.
Oh, the 90s. No.
That's a new can. And it's all rusty looking.
Oh, hold on. Okay, but somebody's selling it on Etsy.
Yeah, but it says Jurassic Park Barbasol secret storage can replica. Okay.
I think
maybe I'm wrong.
I think they're trying to make it look like the can from Jurassic Park.
This one actually makes more sense. It's just got a big old
Okay,
dinosaur
yeah, I get that one. Either way, it's still weird.
Just a weird tie-in.
Yeah.
Soothing aloe right next to a dinosaur's head.
It'll make you feel
No, dude.
Great.
Look, what is Mercari? Is that another?
That's another kind of selling
Oh, it
thing.
is?
Yeah.
But that's a can. It's even got the stamp on it.
Okay, that one.
You see?
Okay, yeah, no, that one is.
Yeah.
Okay, that one is what they're supposed to.
Yeah.
I guess okay, yeah.
And by the way, Barbasol, it's beard butter. That's what it says. Beard butter.
I can give you some beard butter.
You know where you can get some great beard butter?
Barbasol.
PC Russ's.
Oh, yeah, PC Russ's.
You get we have unlimited beard butter bars.
Everybody come on down to PC Russ's. I think that every show is going to be presented by PC Russ's
until we forget about it next week.
Yep. And then it'll be somebody else. It's funny how every show we have a new sponsor. I do like that. I
love to drive a good Byron Preiss.
So yes.
Yeah.
If you haven't tried this year's Preiss model, make sure you get out there and try it.
Byron Preiss 2023.
Presented by Buick.
Well, man, that was fun. that was fun.
Yeah, no, it's
I guess.
Here's what it was. We sometimes
the art's not terrible.
No, the art's not terrible.
It's not terrible.
And it takes time, obviously, for me to have to read through these things.
Sure.
So some of these I take gambles on when I get into it. And so I donated my week to it last week, and I was like, this is just not good.
Yeah.
So it's funny, though, to be able to go through it and know that it's a Tom Swift story and realize how little then was added to make it feel like it's related to Batman.
Yeah, it is weird how they really didn't do much to it.
And
at
he
all.
does not wear his costume except for the very first couple pages.
That's a cool picture.
That is a really cool picture
Batman with
of
the
Batman
android
with the
eyeball.
android eye. Yeah. But the first couple of pages in book 1, and then the last page of book 2.
That is weird.
That is the only time.
Yeah. I do like when this guy takes his skin off. I think that's cool.
Yes,
He
there's
looks
parts
like a
of the
robot
art.
skeleton
There's parts of the art that
shooting stuff out of his eyes.
His what?
His eyes.
Oh, I heard butt, and then I heard.
I started to say butt.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't that funny?
Yeah, that's okay.
Well, thank you very much. If they want more of this wonderful content that we are providing here, where can they find us?
They can find us Instagram,
Instagram.
BroFoHero on Instagram. Also, email us brosfoesandheroes @gmail.com. Also, we are on roguemedianetwork.com as well as the rest of the Rogue Media Network
We got
family
lots of shows.
podcasts.
Find them all.
Tons
right there.
and tons of great stuff there for you to go ahead and check out.
You got it.
As always, we appreciate you taking the time out to listen to us. And until next time, stay safe, everybody.
Got it good.
Pros and heroes. Gonna tell you about pros and heroes. Gonna tell you about.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.